moly. You know, when I was a little kid, you know, when I was about 10 years old, living in San Diego, when I was 10 years old, that was like 1961, there was a coffee house over on El Cajon Boulevard called Upper Cellar. Kind of a cool name. In fact, I didn't remember this, but I just found an article about the place. It was actually in the magazine, The Espresso, or the newspaper, The Espresso. Kind of a hip magazine, actually. Anyway, he did an article on the Upper Cellar, and it was so cool to see that. It was just a memory. I was really hoping to see some pictures of it. But I guess the place was designed so that when you're sitting at a place, you know, like when you're in a cellar, a lot of times the windows they wouldn't be eye length, they'd be kind of up above you like that, around kind of the lower part of the roof. Right. Anyway, it was designed to look like that. I remember there was this, it was kind of like the beatnik era. To me, as a 10-year-old, that's how I saw it. And there was this big sign of this beatnik-looking guy with a goatee and these big shades, big poster like this, wearing like a beret or some kind of hat, and it said, "Big Brother is watching," underneath it. And at 10 years old, I didn't really understand if that was just a cute saying or if that meant it was something political or what it was. But anyway, it was kind of a cool memory to go back to that and then search it on the internet and actually find something about that. So if any of you have some photographs of the Upper Cellar from that time period, I sure would love to see them. Anyway, I was thinking, what started all of that is I was thinking about being 10 years old and seeing the guys in this place, when they do blues, I didn't even know there was a thing called blues, right? And they'd go like this on the guitar. They'd take that note, they'd bend it over to the side, and I thought that was a... And they do John Henry and Down and Out and all these old songs, and I just thought that was somehow that just reached me somehow. And it wasn't until a few years later, well, actually it was just a couple of years later, we were living in Seattle and my parents took me to see Josh White, who was the first for real bluesman that I saw, and that kind of like, whoa, made me back in my seat. And then coming into like later years with bands like the Cream and Led Zeppelin and all that rock and roll stuff, they were like copying a lot of these old blues songs, really kind of brought me back to all of that. Guys like Robert Johnson. Muddy Waters. Son House. Fred McDowell. Big Joe Williams. And after years of playing that and just really totally getting into that, you know, some of my own grooves start to emerge out of all of this copying, but doing and doing over. It homogenizes and distills into some unique